Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Albin, and today we're going to be doing some stuff in the sim rig. This is my first sim racing video, so if you enjoy, like, subscribe, or coming in the future. This was a great race, so enjoy and subscribe. Okay, let's get on with it. Starting from pretty much the back of the grid, I think it was P13 in the end because, well, I binned it in qualifying and then didn't have time to complete a second lap. So, you know, that's great. Yeah, that was a bit of an oof, if you will. And, yeah, then onto the race. Wasn't that confident. My first race in this series. Just wanted to maybe get a top 10. Just have a good battle and, you know, do all right. So, here we go. And red lights are on and out. Off we go for the first race for me in the Skip Barber racing school. Yep, that's the one. You can see, really good start. There was actually a car stopped on the right there. Managed to weave my way through, got pretty close here, and managed to take a lot of positions into T1. I mean, a lot. Starting 13th, gonna get through. Ooh, in third place. That was a big crash behind. I actually just about got through that, as you can see in the replays. Really close to being taken out there, which would have changed the course of the race very dramatically, and I'm very glad I didn't. So now chasing down P2, and oh, he's gone wide, so I've been able to slip through. So in two corners, I've gained 11 positions, I think. That okay, I've gone up to second now, okay, from 13. Alright, so now into turn 3. Had a bit of a problem in qualifying here. Trying not to brake too late, but also not too early. I want to be able to keep up with this guy, and I can tell he is absolutely rapid. Like, I knew the best position I'm realistically going to get in this race was P2, but we'll see how that pans out. We actually had a bit of excitement coming up, and so yeah, as you can see, he's got a couple seconds on me already. So I was thinking at this point, okay, calm down, just do all right, and that will be that. Okay, just be consistent, do as good as you can to keep up with him, and then maybe you'll come home with P2. But one thing I was starting to notice was he was going a bit pear-shaped through some of the corners, especially here. He didn't seem to have a very consistent line, got quite wide on the exit there, had to swerve a bit to stop himself from crashing, though you can't really tell anymore here. Bit of a lift through here. It's an easy corner to get too confident with and then go full throttle, but you can see even there with a pretty big lift. I mean, it wasn't the best line, but still had to lift quite substantially just to get around it, and almost didn't make it even then. And then braking at the 3 here, trying to shift into second to get around here, and I'm doing well. I've caught up to him a little bit, I think, so, you know, still trying not to get carried away with fighting for the lead, trying to stay calm and just be consistent and be realistic. But then, like I said, he wasn't looking like he was all that stable, and he does this. Goes really wide off the track, which allows me to just slide on past. As you can see, he comes onto the track quite aggressively there, almost took me out. But that was, in lap 1, 13 or 14 positions gained. I can't really see. Did we start in 14th? Was I wrong the whole time? Alright, so let's just run through a lap of Road America here in the Skippies. I can remember what track it is, I promise. So, trying to get as fast as you can, nail your shifts into here, braking at the second lot of cones, into preferably third, but I was second there, as you can see, had to shift halfway through the corner. Pushing the track limits quite a bit. I didn't really do it there, but, yeah, I could have. And now braking just after the 2, and trying to carry as much speed as possible through here, because this is a long straight, and you're gonna have to nail your shifts down here regardless of how good of an exit you get. So yeah, it's a massive bonus if you can get a good exit. And then absolutely flying down here, one of the fastest parts of the track, even though it's not the longest straight, and then braking at the 2, maybe even just after. I get a little bit loose there. Almost lost it, going very wide on exit to try and get as much speed as possible and stay in the race. Gonna brake just as the shadow for the Corvette bridge. That's not what it's called, I don't think, but you know, there's a Corvette logo on a bridge, so it's the Corvette bridge. Now, small lift through here. Can do that flat sometimes, but in a race, probably don't want to. and flying down here, braking just before the 2 and trying to shift into around second, maybe first, but you're going to have to shift again right after if you do. And this probably the most technical and difficult corner on the track, even though it's just a very long right-hander. Tough to know when to be on the power and when to be off it. As you can see in the bottom left, on the power fully for most of the corner, but having to blip it and lift it a little bit just to try and keep the car stable. Gonna lift just at the 1 here, get back on the power as soon as I think I'm going to make it around the corner. And then once again focus on nailing the shifts down this second straight, or second and a half straight I guess, and then braking right at the 3, trying to get into second again for here, getting a little bit loose. There's some dirt on the track there I want to be wary of. Good on exit, nail the shift into third, probably could have been tighter on the right hand side there. Full throttle through here, a bit of commitment required there but not too much. And then braking just before the line there on the track for the 2 braking marker, nice and early on the power, and then back on to focusing, nailing those shifts up into the main straight. So there we go, that was our lap of Road America in the Skip Barbers. Okay, so skipping ahead to lap 6 now, or lap 4, 6 laps to go, and he's right back on our tail is Dan Kilbank, half a second behind us, although probably a little bit less at this point, and putting on the pressure a lot. I'm really starting to feel it. Bit off racing line there, trying to go defensive if I needed to. Did alright through there, but as you can see, he is rapid. Like I said earlier, the only real problem with this guy's driving is that he has occasionally got some trouble with keeping it in a straight line or on the track, but he's right behind us at this point, and I'm absolutely feeling the pressure. You can see I'm more cautious with my inputs through the wheel, and then braking a little bit earlier than I normally would for this corner here, which is not what I should be doing. And you know, it was definitely not great to see that from me. But now he's got a bit of a gap to us. He also broke a bit early for that corner there, just where I made my mistake, so it ended up not costing us too much. But he gets this corner very wrong, and he's going to go wide and go straight into the wall there, and that was a pretty big crash, and an 18-second gap at the end of that. And as you can see there, so I mean, you can see from the replay, it was a pretty big crash. Okay, so now onto the last lap of the race. Here we are, and you can see there's a person going slowly off to the right of the track, and this worried me so much. I thought maybe he might punt us, because it's never a good sign to see someone going slowly and then staying right on your tail afterwards. So I was shaking at this point. I was like, oh no, don't let me have led all race just for him to then come and punt us on the last lap, taking us out. Gap to second now 28 seconds. I think he had another incident, and then we were able to just pull away even more, and a little bit of distance here. I was unsure whether he was going to go for a punt or not. If there was any corner to do it, this was the one. So feeling very nervous, crossing my fingers whilst trying to shift, and that we weren't going to get taken out. Braking too hard, locking the brakes, and he almost hits us from behind, but he makes action to avoid us. Thank you very much, kind sir. He ended up coming 9th, by the way. Absolute legend for not punting us there. Done some pretty good consistent lap times, none of them that fast, but none of them that slow either. Now coming through here, trying to take it a bit easier than I have for the rest of the race. I've already managed to not get punted on the last lap. I don't want to now get taken out by myself. That would suck. So being quite cautious, not full throttle when I normally would be out of their corner. And nice, trying desperately to get a good line through here. Don't want to make a mistake. I go a little bit wide, but I stay off the throttle for a long time to be able to sort of recover it, even though there was nothing really to recover. Just recover myself from needing to recover. That message gave me a bit of a heart attack. As soon as anyone starts talking about fuel, I get nervous, even though it was the last lap. when he said 5 laps, I was very relieved because I saw the fuel, and I was like, oh no, am I gonna go around the last corner and stop driving? But luckily that didn't happen, and I was able to get it round this last corner in one piece. There we go. So now sprinting up towards the finish line, and yeah, gonna be able to, in my first ever race in the series, take my first win in the Skip Barber series, and also my first win in D class for iRacing, which is great. Very, very lovely, beautiful work there. I even managed to celebrate a little bit. I decided to do some donuts. As you can see, they weren't really donuts, more just sort of big circles or small circles. Or they were just circles, really, because this car is very grippy when you're going slowly, and not at all when you're going fast. So, oh well. But at the end of the day, good race. I think I'd have to give it a solid 10 out of 10 for that. Good performance, nice and consistent, and definitely makes me want to race these cars a lot more. So there we go.